Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. This is week 3 meal video of my new $23 grocery budget challenge. I have been spending $23 a week. Food that I have left over at the end of the week, I carry forward. So I'm looking particularly to accumulate food, supplies, pantry, to show that on a very small budget, you can eat and you can still accumulate a pantry. It takes planning, it takes time, and that's what a lot of people get held up on, or that's the roadblock. A lot of people just don't feel like they have the time or choose not to prioritize time as a way to manage a small budget. So it is all about the work that you're willing to put in. I'm willing to do the work. So if you've been following along, you can see that I've been eating very well on $23. I've accumulated a lot of groceries. So side note, stick around to the end of this video. It is really starting to accumulate now. And it's because of the time that I'm willing to put in. I was away a day this week. So I feel like because it's $23 and I'm eating 3 meals a day, I wanted to still show that the food that I have left over is realistic for that. So I fed the handsome one. So instead of me eating 7 days, I ate 6 days, and the handsome one ate with me one of the days. So that's still eating the same amount of food. Actually, he probably eats a little bit more than me. So I feel that that's very fair. And I'm actually going to be away for a few days next week, and I'm going to do the same thing. So instead of me eating alone for 7, there's still going to be 7 days of eating. Just some of the days might be doubled up with the handsome one and I both eating. I had a phenomenal week this week. I was really excited with some of the items that I was able to get with the week 3 shop. Cheese, that's just outstanding. And I will tell you right now, totally upfront, I have not been miserly with the cheese. I ate it in 4 different meals already. Just over half the cheese. Not 4 meals. 4 meals plus I did some meal prepping. So it's in some of the meal prepped food as well. So 5. And I don't begrudge just having it and eating it. I don't know. It just was really wonderful to have cheese this week. I know that sounds silly, but yeah, cheese is expensive. And so that, to me, that's a luxury on a small budget. And I was able to make that happen. Check out the meals. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I would love it if you would do so. Have a great week, everybody. Oh, one more thing, because I'm going to be away for a couple of days next week. Normally, I have been releasing the grocery videos on Mondays and the meal videos on Fridays. Next week, I'm shifting just by a day. So the grocery video is going to come out on Tuesday and the meal videos are going to come out on Saturday, just to accommodate because there's going to be a couple days I'm away from home. Today, I'm having orange slices for breakfast. Lunch today is chicken soup and 2 little pieces of toast. You can see this one is where the paddle was. I'm excited. For supper tonight, I am going to make nachos. I am pretty excited about this. I can't believe on week 3 that I was able to get pepperoni, cheese, and nacho chips. Very excited. And I don't feel like getting those items is going to set me back, and I'm not going to have other meals for the rest of the week. I've got lots of stuff in the freezer, lots of other items that I bought this week. My nachos are going to have leftover green pepper, onions. These are the last little pieces of one of my tomatoes. I'm going to have mushrooms. And I had this little bit. This is a little teeny bit of chicken left. And I'm just going to throw that on too. Why not? Why not? All right, so far I have my nacho chips, lots of red onion, lots of mushrooms, that little bit of chicken, a little bit of green pepper, and I saved a very, very, very small piece of green pepper left. The pepperoni and the little bits of tomato. Now I'm going to work with the cheese and get some cheese on here. I'm going to use one entire slice. I am just going to slice this up into strips and lay it over top of my nachos. I've got this cut into little strips, and I'm going to cut it even more, so just like shredded cheese. All right, this is what I got. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to do the big splurge, and I'm going to use one more cheese slice. I'm just so excited about this. This looks really good. I'm getting ready to put it in the oven. I'm super excited. So is the dog. He's very excited. I've got my mushrooms out of the plastic bag and in an appropriate container so that they will last as long as possible. I have this reduced guacamole. Avocado. I think I'm going to try to make some guacamole with one of them and some garlic. I have to Google what all spices go in it. I don't have much, but I do have some chili seasoning and some taco seasoning and a couple other random seasonings that I might be able to add in with this. I asked Alexa what ingredients I needed for guacamole. So she said avocados, garlic. I have both of those. She said tomato. I do have that, but I think I'm going to use a tablespoon of salsa instead, just because I only have one fresh tomato left and I want to save it, not for this. Red onion, which I have lots and lots of red onion. And I think she said lemon. I always thought that you put lime in guacamole, but she said lemon. So I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice in here because I've got those 5 lemons just waiting for me to use them for something. This is how it turned out. Not so bad, I don't think. I used the lemon. We'll see. We'll see what it tastes like. I'll add some pepper, I think. I don't know. Okay, I'm pretty excited that I was able to pull this off on my teeny little budget with my weird little cheese slices that I cut into shredded cheese. This looks really good and I'm excited, and I'll let you know. I know the nachos will be good, but I'll let you know what the guacamole tastes like. Smoothies for breakfast today. I'm going to use only a half of the banana. So because I bought these bananas and they were already kind of best before, they call them baking bananas when they mark them down at Sobeys. I'm probably going to have to freeze some of them, but I should probably get use out of 2 of them at least. I'm going to split this one in half for my smoothie today, and then I'll have another half for tomorrow. Here we go. I know you can't see them, but there's a few little strawberries in the bottom there. 1 orange, half a banana, some yogurt, a little bit of milk. Let's see what this looks like. I might have to add some water. Smoothie. Smoothie, smoothie. Smoothie for breakfast. Chicken soup for lunch. This happened today. I'm pretty sure this is the exact model that I had that is broken, that I loved. And it was on sale at Canadian Tire this week for $18.99. That is perfect. I'm very excited. For supper tonight, I'm having leftover nachos from last night. Plus, I am making grilled cheese sandwich. Exciting. Homemade bread, my discount cheese, and country crock margarine. Excited. I haven't had grilled cheese in a long time. Okay. Excited. Grilled cheese and leftover nachos for supper. Sometimes supper can just be simple. It doesn't always have to be elaborate. Orange slices for breakfast today. The last of the chicken soup for lunch today. I got a lot out of that chicken soup. A lot of meals. The squash was cooked earlier today. It's cool now, so I can scoop it out and get it all prepared because it's going to be an ingredient in squash pancakes. I've got all of the ingredients assembled here to make the squash pancakes. I need flour, butter, squash, and this is of course pre-cooked. I need syrup. This is a free item to me because this is syrup we made ourselves. Milk. I have baking soda, baking powder, nutmeg, and cinnamon, and an egg. 1 cup of squash pre-cooked, 2 tablespoons melted butter, 2 tablespoons syrup, 3/4 of a cup of milk, 3/4 of a cup of water, an egg, 1.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 2 teaspoons nutmeg, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Combine the wet and dry separately. Slowly add the dry to the wet. If you feel the batter's too thick, add more water until you're comfortable with the consistency. Liquids and dry ingredients. Oh no, I think I put them in the wrong containers. I should have put the dry in the bigger one. Ugh. Nope, I was right. I'm adding the dry to the wet, so the wet needed to be in the bigger bowl. Okay, good. Phew, crisis averted. I have this mostly whisked together. This is looking good. I'm going to start stirring this all up. And then I'm going to start slowly adding this. In the beginning I'll be able to whisk it, but it'll get thick enough that the whisk will be not enough. So far so good. We'll give it a little bit more. A little more whisking. Ooh! Whoops. There's a little bit of an explosion. It's starting to look really good. Okay, now here's where things get really fun. For Christmas, I got this fancy waffle maker. I have been wanting a waffle maker for a long time. We used to have one. At some point, we got rid of it. I don't know if it got downsized, if it broke, I can't remember, but I've been wanting one for a long time, and the handsome one got me this. And the really cool part is he thrifted it, which I love. So it opens up like this. You put the batter inside, close it, it cooks, and then you flip it over just like in a restaurant. How exciting. So we are going to try this. The handsome one tells me all I need to do is wait for the green light here. Then I put my batter in, and then I don't know what to do next. Hopefully he will assist me. Okay, the handsome one says I put too much in here. This is a quote, quite a bit. So I'm hoping this doesn't make a big mess. I'm still excited anyways, and I'll clean up the mess. Let's put this down. Apparently I have way too much, but that's okay. There's a tray. That's okay. The handsome one is taking over Operation Squash Waffles. It's turned green. Oh God. Okay. It's not good. What's happening? I just used way too much, and I didn't have... Okay, it's coming out. Okay. I just had way too much batter. Is that it? Yes, way too much batter. Okay. We're going to salvage what we can. And it didn't really stick to this. The mess is from where I just put way too much in and it came out around the edges. So I'll do better because I have way more batter left. Okay. So exciting. So I had 2 waffles that I ate. There are 3 left over, and as soon as these fully cool, I'm going to put them in the freezer. Waffles for another day. I've got some squash left. I know I have no plans for that for the rest of this week, so I'm just freezing it now. Yogurt with cherry jam for breakfast this morning. Took me a bit of stirring, but I got it all mixed in now. For lunch today, I am making a smoothie. As I had some issues with the other one, I'm trying to be very conscientious. I don't want that to happen again. Not that it ever did, and I had that other one for I think 4 years, perhaps I had it even for 5, but I have slightly thawed the strawberries and I'm using the mango, kind of a little sunrise smoothie today. And I have a half an orange in here. And remember when I said that when I got my food out to do the video of this is what my groceries were and I was missing bananas? Um, we hadn't made any arrangements, but I sweet talked the handsome one. Well, I guess it wasn't really even sweet talked. He ate some of my bananas, and I'm on like $23, and he has everything in the house. So he was actually quite accommodating and said, "Oh, you want a little bit of spinach? Okay, no problem." So I'm having spinach in my smoothie today. So let's put that in there, and we'll dump the berries in there. And let's get the lid on it. And let's see how this... Is that on there? No. Okay, I better put my hand on the top here. Woo! Looks good. This looks delicious. And you can tell, like, definitely the color has changed just by adding in that green spinach. When I was making them before, they were very light colored, like milky. For supper tonight, I am going to make chili. So I have been anticipating chili since the beginning of week 2. I have onions. I took out this morning one of the halves of the hamburger patties. And I know that's not tons of meat, but I am going to supplement with some of my lentils. I have a can of tomatoes. I have beans. I have canned mushrooms. I had picked through and separated the mixed vegetables, and I'm going to add the corn and the lima beans. I have garlic. I have a very small amount of green pepper. And in here are all of my mushrooms. So I am going to get this on and it'll be ready for supper. I am looking to get a minimum of 3 nights suppers from this with toast from Homemade Bread. I've got the ground beef that's underneath everything. One of the onions, the mushroom, and the green pepper in here. I am boiling the lentils here. They will get added into that. I'm going to cook this up. I really do think that I want to add that other onion in. It will bulk it up, and I love onions, so it won't matter to me if it tastes extra oniony. I forgot I had some celery, so I'm using half of the celery that I have left. I'll throw that in the chili as well. It's looking good. And that's coming along as well. I added 1/2 of an additional onion, and now I've got the corn and the lima beans in there. Okay, this is looking good so far. I'm going to enter all of the lentils. And we'll give this a really good stir. I need to add the beans. I still need to add the seasoning. I need to add, I am also putting in canned mushrooms. And I think I'm going to put in one of those pasta sauce pucks that I made, the frozen ones, just to save my pasta sauce. I think that would be good in here too. Okay, I've got the beans in, and this was a can of mixed beans. One thing I did is I pulled all the chickpeas out. I'm going to use those in a different recipe, so I'm just going to pop them in the freezer for now. And I'm a little disappointed that I didn't look at the can more closely. My favorite beans to have in a chili are black beans, and this blend didn't have black beans in it at all. I am also going to add, these are my little pucks. This was pasta sauce. Just a can of Hunt's pasta sauce that I had left over from week 1. I had a half a can left and I wasn't going to use it right away and I wanted it to last. So I just popped it into muffin forms and froze it in the freezer, and I'm going to use one of those pucks in my chili. I've added every single bit of the chili powder that I had. There's my little puck. It's melting there in the bottom. I'm hoping that this is going to really give it enough flavor. I'll get this all stirred in. Oh, my puck. And then we'll let it simmer. This turned out really good. You can see here. I have taste tested it. I won't lie. I would enjoy it more if I would have had more chili powder in it, but I will enjoy it just fine. It certainly tastes like chili. I just like my chili very, very strong. So, that being said, I'm going to try to make, well, there's tons here. I'm going to try to make 3 meals. I'm definitely easily going to be able to get 3 meals, and I'll probably freeze some of this to have for other meals in the future because I don't necessarily want to eat it 5 days in a row. Maybe I'll think of some creative ways to have the chili. Chili for supper tonight. It has been kind of simmering low all afternoon, and I'm hoping that the flavor will be a little more present. You know, things kind of get better as they cook longer for supper tonight. Excited. Chili. Yay. I am making some breakfast, some egg cups for breakfasts for the next couple days. I am going to use 1 egg, milk, mushrooms, a little teeny piece of pepperoni. I've got red onion, I've got celery, and a little bit of the spinach that I traded the handsome one for when he mistakenly ate my 2 bananas. So I have the milk, egg, veggie mixture in the forms. I topped it with pepper and parsley. You can see here I've got one of my cheese slices cut up into 6, and I've got that piece of pepperoni, like they're super, super thin. So I am going to top each one of these with a piece of pepperoni, and then a piece of cheese, and now I'm going to slice really thin the last of my tomato and put that on top to bake on top. So we are going to do this. This little piece of jam in there. This looks good. I think I might top them again with pepper, and then we're going to get these right in the oven. These look pretty amazing. I'm excited about this. Excuse me, yes? Yes, what would you like? Yes? You want to be in the video? Oh boy. Egg cup for breakfast. These look pretty darn good. I'm so glad I thought of these. Banana orange smoothie for lunch today. I am so glad to have this little working smoothie back again, or a smoothie maker back again. Supper tonight is chili and toast on homemade bread. Very excited. I love chili with toast. It's just a really good thing. If you've never tried it, you should. Breakfast is an egg cup and homemade toast with jam. Strawberry smoothie for lunch today. I added strawberry jam in this one, as well as strawberries, frozen strawberries. I liked that little bit of extra sweetness that the jam gives it. A little fun twist for supper tonight. I'm going to make chili cheese nachos. I feel like I'm just squandering away my cheese, but I just want to use it all up. I'm excited for the cheese. And I know it's not that much. The whole package was only 220 grams. So I'm going to use 1 whole slice again tonight on this. I'm going to cut the cheese up like I did before, put it on, melt that a bit, and then put the warm nachos over top. And I feel like it's because it's fiesta that kind of ties in with the chili cheese nacho, like spicy. Looking good. I'm just going to pop this in the microwave for a few seconds till it melts, and then I'm going to top it with my chili, and that's already heated. They turned out super awesome. Can't wait to eat this. Chili cheese nachos. Week 3 is done, and as you can see, I am really accumulating a substantial amount of supplies. Let's get started. I have the tiniest amount of nacho chips left. I have a couple little celery sticks still in there, margarine, mayo, which I have not even opened yet, milk, and there's not tons of milk left in there. And I'm actually thinking that I perhaps might freeze the milk in little pucks because I can always take it out if I want it for a smoothie, something like that, or a recipe. I don't want it to turn. I don't want to lose it. I have so few supplies. I have a little bit of yogurt left. I'm going to say like there's maybe like at the red line there. 1 avocado, some of the garlic. In here, there are mushrooms. I have carrots left. I have some of the cheese. Not quite half of the cheese. I used just over half. I have 4 oranges and 4 lemons. I have 2 bananas. I have 3 slices of bread, so I pre-sliced the bread. That's working for me, so I have that much pepperoni. There are 5 eggs left in here. I have tomato soup, a cream of mushroom soup. I have the big bin full of onions. I've got potatoes up here. I've got flour. Spaghetti in this container is rice. There is macaroni. And then there's all of my little bulk barn purchases. So I have 2 packages that I pre-did of oatmeal for breakfasts or lunches, depending. I have beef bouillon now, yay, for whatever I want. I have split peas. Yes, that was an accident. I've got some sugar left. I've got yeast left. I've got a little bit of oatmeal left. I have just a smidgen of nutmeg. It's not enough for a recipe. This is taco seasoning. I have baking powder left and baking soda left. And then a teeny little bit of cinnamon. Again, not enough for a recipe. Like maybe enough to have something like cinnamon sugar on toast. Just a tad. Now let's talk about the freezer goods. So I have, this is chicken broth done up in pucks. This is spaghetti sauce. No, it's pasta sauce. Tomato sauce done up in pucks. This is a little bit left of a beef broth that I had, and it's just like a half a puck. I have 3 frozen waffles, 3 really large waffles. I still have half of a patty of ground beef. I have chickpeas, carrots, beans, peas, squash. This is mixed vegetables still in the bag. This is cauliflower and broccoli mix. I have the soup pack here from the chicken. I have a chicken drumstick that I can use, you know, for some kind of a casserole, maybe a fried rice or something. This is breast meat in here, and I have it divided up like so. This is a half a can of tuna frozen. In the back here, I have a very large container of chili frozen. I have the little steak, and I have the strawberries. What is not on the counter, and I just didn't have enough room, I divided up the ground beef that I purchased this week into 3 even packages. Worked out to about 215 or 16 grams per package. So just under a half a pound. And so I'll be able to use those in future meals as well. We did fantastic. We're doing fantastic. This shows that it can be done. Yes, I shop at a lot of stores. No, I'm not making special trips to go to those stores. A lot of the stores are in the same parking lot. A lot of the stores are like 1 minute down the road from each other. And I really focus on if I need to go to town, I make the most of every single visit, and I will do a sweep through those stores just to see what I can see. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would do so. It would help me. I forgot I also have some of the egg pucks left, or egg cups left.